Hello and welcome back, I'm Sean, and today we're checking out the second iteration of Soundcore's clip-on open-ear earbuds to see if it's any good. So let's check it out. So starting with what I like about these earbuds, the first thing that Soundcore updated from the C40i previously is to do away with the touch controls here, because it wasn't the most intuitive touch controls, especially with this clip design and you have to press it behind your ears. Now we get a simple button control which is very easy to use. And the second thing I like about them is that these are as open ear design earbuds are meant to be. Especially with this design, it covers the ears minimally and you can hear all your environment, especially if you really need environmental awareness, for example if you're running outside. So another thing that I like about this is that Soundcore still provides you with the ear grip, so these earbuds can fit more people. So all you gotta do is just put it here, pop it onto the back, and you got the ear grips on. Especially for people with thinner ear cartilage right over here, having that ear grip definitely helps the earbuds stay on better. So another improvement that you get here with these earbuds is this flexible joint that you now get with these earbuds, somewhat similar to what Bose and other brands are trying to do. You get this improvement from the rigid C30i, so now the C40i gives you a little bit more flexibility to ensure that the buds will fit you better. I also love the sound quality that you get with these earbuds. For an open ear earbuds, it actually sounds pretty nice and dynamic, and we'll talk a little bit about sound quality later on. The tech on these earbuds is also really good, coming in with a Bluetooth 5.4 chipset with AAC and SBC support, so you also get multi-point support with these earbuds. So to the areas that I think we could have some improvements, first of all is the battery life. Although Soundcore still gives you a very good 7 hours per charge and 14 additional hours with the case, the problem is that this is dropped from the 10 hours on the C30i, and you also don't get a rated quick charging like the C30i. Another area is comfort, and although these earbuds is meant to give you maximum open comfort, it really still depends on the thickness of your ear cartilage, and the thicker it is, the more pressure that earbuds will put onto your ears. So for me, sliding it to the thickest part of my ear, somewhere in the middle here, it does start to hurt around 1 hour of use, and I need to actually slide it down to a thinner part of my ears so to get a comfortable fit with virtually almost no pain. So that's something that you need to experiment with, and if you wear it wrong, then it's gonna hurt. Another point which I think is mostly personal, and I thought the smoke grey transparent design on the C30i was really cool, but it's now replaced with a more standard gunmetal grey color. It's still a great color here, don't get me wrong, but the transparent color is just so much more unique. And finally, volume is also something that I feel could be louder, and finally the call quality on these earbuds could also really be better. So if that's it, we're seeing a slight increase in price now, with the C40i coming in at $100 or around 430 Malaysian ringgit, which is increased from the $70 from the original C30i. And if you find value in what you hear and like what you see so far, I hope you could support the channel by subscribing to the channel and ring the notification bell so the YouTube algorithm can pick this up. And if you want to buy these earbuds, do check out my links below. So sound quality on the C40i is pretty good, and following from the good tuning of the C30i, I think this is slightly improved to sound a lot more dynamic. I also find that the larger racetrack style drivers also make the sound signature a lot better. So starting with the bass performance, you should expect what a typical open ear earbud should sound like, and bass performance here is not overly emphasized. It gives you a slight hint of mid-bass hum in my opinion, but nothing too substantial. Both on the sub-bass and as well as the mid-bass, it gives you a touch of dynamic sound signature but nothing deep at all. So when you're using the Soundcore signature EQ, you're going to get a slightly boosted mid-range, and it depends on what your favorite sound signature is, because the boosted mid-range makes you feel like you have a slightly hollow or 3D sound signature, but I personally like a mid-range that is slightly in the middle layer of the spectrum. So tune this a little in the custom EQ and you're good to go. High frequency sounds good on these earbuds as well. It does get sparkly when you're using it, however I do notice signs of it being a little bit jumbled up and messy at the higher ends, and this is probably just the way that earbuds are tuned, and I just feel that it's not as high resolution as you would with a high-res audio earbuds, for example. So overall, for the best tuning, I find that tuning these earbuds to a more V-shaped sound signature makes the biggest positive impact to audio quality, but again, this is subjective, so just try around and see what you enjoy the most.
So this is the test to see if the Soundcore C40i is a good earbuds for making phone calls. So this is me speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So what I'm going to do now is
Turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference.
so now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call
Quality that you can expect from these earbuds. So what do you think of the call quality?
Let me know in the comment section down below.
So build quality overall is really good as well, where you get an improved case from the C30i now with better quality and a better paint job as well. And at the top here, you're going to get a Soundcore logo etched into the lid. Behind it is also a cutout for the Type-C charging port to charge up the case. And at the front of the case is also an LED indicator to tell you the status and battery life of the case. So you do get a button at the bottom of the case to check the battery level. So if you press here, you do see that it pops up and you can also reset the earbuds. So the bottom of the case has some magnetic components that I generally don't see on normal earbuds case. Perhaps there's like some metal components inside, and I originally thought that there was wireless charging on this case, but after testing them, there isn't any wireless charging. So the lid does open up smooth as per the normal Soundcore fashion, but it just slammed pretty harshly, which doesn't feel the best. So that's quite loud. So inside here you get the ear clips and you're not getting a transparent design this time around, but the color choice that Soundcore selected is a very premium, very matured gunmetal grey color. So the earbud still retains most of the design as the C30i, and you can see the shape of the 12 by 17 millimeter racetrack shaped driver. Soundcore also improved the controls, and now it comes with a button control, which makes more sense as compared to the fiddly touch controls on the old model. And this time around you also get a flexi joint in the middle that replaces the older rigid design, and this is made with 0.5mm memory titanium wires wrapped in a soft TPU here, and with that flex you get a much better wear and fit. So Soundcore also rates the joints to be able to withstand 10,000 bends, but of course not purposely bending them out of sight of normal use range. So to wear these earbuds, you simply slide the earbuds through the outside of your ears at the top here, and you slowly slide it down, and make sure you find a spot where it sits nicely on your ears, where there's not a lot of pressure, and that this middle piece here, because the speaker is right in front here, so it fires right into your ear so that you can hear it. So that's how you wear the C40i. And depending on your ear shape, if it starts to get loose, in this case you can actually use the included ear grips over here in the size of M and L to fit the earbuds better. You do get questions on whether these earbuds are comfortable to sleep with, but unfortunately these will hurt quite a bit if you sleep on your sides with it pressing into your ears. So with these earbuds, you're getting about 80 plus decibels of volume, and for me, I think this is on the verge of not being loud enough. I get to a comfortable listening volume at around 70%, and moving upwards of 100% volume is not the loudest in my opinion, and even listening to it in my quiet studio doesn't feel really too loud. I tried bringing this out on my lunch break in a noisy mall, and I found out very quickly that the open design coupled with the volume that you need to max out all the time isn't really that fun. So for quiet places, this will work great. So with the Soundcore app, you're getting very familiar controls here, very similar to the C30i, and at the top here you see your beautiful new earbuds and also the battery percentage of the earbuds and the case. And this is great because Soundcore now adds battery percentage to their latest earbuds, and it's such a welcoming addition. Below that, you also get to toggle the sound effects, and here you get to choose between 5 different main sound EQs, which includes Soundcore signature bass, volume booster, 3D surround, which makes the earbuds slightly hollow sounding, and my favorite, an 8-band EQ. So you also get to remap your controls, and it's pretty comprehensive, which includes volume controls as well, and below that is controls to enable multi-point connectivity and all the devices you've connected to the earbuds before. And you also get to toggle the low battery prompt and also update the firmware, and that's pretty much all the features you get with these earbuds and the Soundcore app. So there isn't any gaming mode specifically on these earbuds, but fortunately the Bluetooth 5.4 does work very well in reducing latency, and gaming with PUBG does see a very tiny bit of latency, but nothing too serious that you can't game with it, and also watching movies and videos on it works really well. Anyways, let's take a look at the latency performance of these earbuds. So overall, I think this is a great update from the original C30i, and Soundcore definitely addressed some of the major concerns with that rigid design that consumers are asking for. The earbud sounds great, and although battery life is reduced, it is still a great 7 hours. If you're in the market for an ear clip style earbuds and don't want to break the bank, then this is definitely something you need to consider. And if you want to check out Soundcore's latest flagship earbuds, the Liberty 4 Pro, which was an earbuds with wait super long to check out, then you need to check them out over here, and I'll see you over at that video.